Hey guys, it's Mia, and welcome to Organizing My K-pop Binder with me. I recently took out all of my photo cards that were in my old binder, and today we're going to be focusing on izone or izone, depending on how you say it. I had previously purchased a bunch of really cheap 9-pocket folder inserts, but here I'm kind of showing you the difference in sturdiness and durability between the three different types. I really enjoy the Ultra Pro 9-pocket ones, but these two ones I got on a budget, and one of them I bought at Daiso, so that kind of shows you the quality. And I'm kind of showing right now how the Daiso ones are not uniform in size compared to the other two 9-pocket binder inserts that I have. So for this time around, I'm not going to be using the ones I got on a budget just because I got the inserts to protect my cards and they aren't made up of a good material, nor are they sturdy enough to hold the cards and protect them properly. Additionally, I'm going to be using these 4-pocket BCW binder inserts for bigger things and these non-branded, just one big pocket binder insert. So originally I was going to do both twice and izone at the same time, but unfortunately I did not have enough Ultra Pro sleeves or binder inserts for all of them, because this time around I wanted to put only 9 cards in at a time versus putting them back to back and having 18. I realized that I really like seeing the variety in the backs of the cards, and sometimes there are really cute messages written on them and I just prefer looking at it. Here I'm just showing that I'm going to be starting with izone and showing you that the main member that I collect is Nako, and so most of my merch is her. Okay, next I'm going to sort all of the cards that I have based on member, because previously it was just in a big pile. And yeah, it takes a little while because there are 12 members of this group, but for me this part is actually really relaxing and satisfying to do, so I kept the entire video in, just kind of sped up. And yeah. I still really like the outside of my binder, so I'm just going to keep that as it is, and we'll just be focusing on the inside of the binder instead. Also, you'll notice in this video that there aren't any Cheon photo cards, and that's not because I hate her. My best friend actually really likes her, so I end up giving all of my photo cards to her. As I mentioned before, I'll be using the Ultra Pro 9-pocket clear sleeves, but also I have these 100-pack penny loader, just clear, kind of flimsy ones, and I'll be putting one on every card before putting it in the binder insert for some extra protection. Now I am organizing the cards by if they are a Japanese release or a Korean one, and I kind of keep these special cards in with the Korean ones just because it's easier to go by in era for me, but yeah. Again, I like going by era, so now I'm just going through and finding the first album for Nako or the colorized ones, and also taking off some sleeves that just aren't needed anymore because I bought new fresh ones, which to me seemed a lot better at the moment. Okay, now that I found all the cards for this era, I just went ahead and pulled out some card sleeves, and this is my first time putting the cards in this way. I usually put it in so the opening is at the top of the card, but it just hit me that if you put it in the reverse way, then you can prevent your cards from falling out of the top like they usually do for me. Also, just a heads up, because this is my first time putting in the sleeves in reverse, I do struggle a lot in the beginning trying to put the whole sleeve in, so it might take an extra couple of minutes for me to just kind of figure out how this goes. But I think I really enjoy putting it in this way, and honestly I wouldn't have thought of putting in the card sleeves this way if I hadn't started watching other K-pop collectors on YouTube. So yeah, I think that's really cool, and I'm very glad that I learned this. I'm speeding this part up just because it fully took me like up to a minute to figure out how to put this one card in. Also, this card that I'm putting in right now is the first Kino photo card that I've ever received. Before I collected izone, I wasn't really interested in collecting, and so this is kind of the first group that got me into looking for photo cards, and also kind of taught me the difference between just a normal album photo card versus a Kino album photo card. And really, before this, I had no idea what anything meant, and so I really learned a lot through izone, if that makes any sense. At first, I was going to put every special photo card just after the albums, like in chronological order, but then, as you can see later, I really didn't like how the color eyes and school looks and then hard eyes looked. I really just liked the photo cards going straight from color eyes to hard eyes, just because something about the Polaroid format really just didn't work for me. So here I am moving all the photo cards around multiple different times and just trying to find a good situation for them. I finally landed on this combination, which I really like how it looks, but it's a odd combination of Kino photo cards, normal photo cards, and a random special photo card from the pop-up store. But I mainly just wanted it to be in the same era, and then I kind of changed where the photo cards went depending on just aesthetic reasons. But usually I would try to do either like themes or keep the Kino and then the photo cards separate, but for this era, I think specifically, it was hard to do that and still find like a cute balance, and this is what I just ended up doing. Here's a quick view of the backs that I'm in love with, and I'm really happy that I decided to do only 9 on a page so I can see the back snap finally. So after my first page, I had about 2 colorized photo cards left and a few special photo cards, including one from their first concert, one from their first season's greetings type of thing, and also the school looks photo card Polaroid that I hadn't put in earlier. I was originally going to just put it in normally, but then I realized that I had 6, and I had seen this 222 format on Instagram, and YouTube a lot, and I actually really like how it looks. So I ended up going with the 222 format for these special photo cards. I also had these really cute sleeves that look like little letters, and I decided, because of the pinks in some of the special photo cards, that I would use 3 of them to kind of fill out the rest of the page and kind of make it feel more complete even with 6 cards.
어제도 오늘도 내일도 우리는 앞으로.
Again, here's a quick look at the back, which I love the kind of pastel muted colors together, and I'm really happy with this page as well. Now I'm just going through and I'm finding the Blue photo cards, which is the era with the most photo cards for izone, and honestly it's insane how many photo cards each member actually has. So I'm kind of shocked that I managed to get almost all of the photo cards for this era except 2. Now I'm just pulling the specific sets that she had, and a lot of them I've completed, and it's just 2 photo cards, 1 AR photo card, and I'm really obsessed with how they all look. So I put the AR cards in the middle and the normal photo cards on the outside for these. There's one photo card in that set that I don't have, so I decided to put this kind of shiny reflective sleeve as a little placeholder for that, and it kind of helped finish the page and make it look a lot more complete. Okay, so the next page is also blumized because that's just how many photo cards there are in this era. But this time the middle was the bigger kind of postcard-ish type of cards, which I don't really know the name of, but I know there's a specific name for them. Yeah, I'm also missing one photo card in this set as well, the white one, and I put all of the postcards in the middle and then all of the kind of similar poses to the right and then the rest to the left. I also put another sorry. I also put another shiny sleeve in the bottom to fill out the rest of the page before I complete her blumized collection. Next in chronological order is actually the secret diary inclusions. So there were 3 photo cards and 3 stickers, which I ended up doing another 222 pattern matching the stickers and the photo cards, and I put the little stickers in the shiny sleeves, and I think it really helped make the stickers not look so empty in the binder inserts, and I really like how this page ended up looking. Now, what's left is their latest comeback and the special photo cards that came afterwards. I'm just sorting out the special photo cards with the normal ones and then obviously going through the same process of putting 3 ARs in the middle and then finding the 2 kind of matching photo cards or cute photo cards to go with that AR card. I'm also only missing 1 card here in this collection, and I decided to just leave the spot open in case I ever wanted to buy it or trade for it, and I could just have a perfect spot waiting. I also put a I keep calling it hollow, a shiny sleeve in place for it, so it's not just an empty hole, and I hope soon enough I can actually fill it with the required photo card. Now we're moving on to my final special photo cards that came after the most recent comeback. We have from the concert merch, we have a special fan event card, and we have the magazine as well as another package. So I went with another 222 layout, which I really enjoy looking at, and yeah, it's fairly simple. I just tried to match aesthetics, and this is what I came up with. At first, I was thinking of using these fan-made cards from the fan site Popsicle as my little fillers, but then I found these little stickers and I decided to put them in the shiny little sleeves and use them instead. I ended up loving how the stickers looked inside the little sleeves, so I'm really happy with that decision, and I think it just goes to show if you do this more and more, you get more ideas. Like, I don't think I would have thought of using these stickers as little fillers, but you know, I think it's all part of the process, and that's kind of like what makes it really fun to organize your binder. So those were all of the standard sized special album and normal album photo cards. Here is my attempt to use one of the other binder inserts other than Ultra Pro, and I came across a problem where the pockets aren't an even size, so the outer pockets can fit the sleeve and the photo card, but the inner middle pocket actually is too small, so it would fold the little card sleeve. So that was really frustrating just because I wanted to do a lot more of my collection today, but since I can't really protect my cards very well using the other sleeves, I guess, I'm going to just buy some more Ultra Pro binder inserts, and hopefully I'll be able to pick up where I left off fairly quickly. So instead of doing the rest of my collection, I decided to go ahead and put the inclusions that fit 4 pockets, and I have quite a few from different eras. Starting with the oldest ones, which are actually from Nako's AKB 48 days or HKT 48 days, and I have one really old one sort of old one, and then one No Way Man era one, which was right before she left, and that was their last HKT or AKB 48 comeback. Then we move into the Japanese debut for Izone, and I have both of the little cards for her from that, and then I have a few other bromides from the other eras, such as Vampire, and then we move into the Kinos that, since Bloom Eyes, they decided to make the Kino cards like really big instead of standard card size, and they perfectly fit the 4 pocket sleeves, so I just put them in there. But because the Japanese ones don't have anything on the back, I decided to double them up, and then the Bloom Eyes and Oneric Diary ones have things on the back. I decided to just keep them 4 to a page. For the last page, I have these 2 from Oneric Diary, which are her film card and her scratch card. And then I also pulled Wonyoung's film card in another one of my albums. So because it was a really cute card, I decided to not try and sell it, and I just wanted to keep it with the Nako film card as well. In the end, I ended up putting a fan-made card to just kind of fill out the last pocket, and then that was the end of that. For the very last inclusions, I have this big postcard which has nothing on the back, so I decided to put its corresponding little message card on the other side. And then I also had a little nako cut out from the Secret Diary calendar. So because that has a back side, I just put it in one sleeve with nothing on the back, so you could easily see both sides. And that's all of the inclusions that we packed up today. So this is the empty binder that I'm going to use for my izone inclusion. And I'm just going to slowly put in the photo cards and everything in order, and then we'll just quickly flip through them together. So this is my first time ever kind of filming this kind of video, so please let me know if you liked it, and I really enjoyed getting this opportunity, and I'm definitely thinking of organizing the rest of my collection and doing that. Yeah, so please subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and thank you so much for watching. Here in the clips, I'm pointing out a few of my favorite little backs and also mentioning the fact that I'm so proud of how much Nako has grown. And in one of her photo cards, she actually crosses out a Korean word and replaces it with a Japanese one because she messed up like in colorize. But then in the most recent inclusion, on the back, you can see how much more comfortable she is in Korean and how much more confident she is communicating with her fans. I love Yabuki Nako to the moon and back, and I hope she knows that Wizwon all over the world treasures her and really just is lucky to have her in such a wonderful group.